Oh guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic time. So the weather's absolutely baking hot. For the next couple of days we're due to actually get a heat wave. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you one of my little hidden hobbies. Gives you some idea behind me. So turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've got. So as you can see, we've got some engines. So we've got our Lister LD dirty diesel, proper Lister D, and an interesting little Norman. So I'll start actually with the Lister D. So I've had this one now for probably around about a couple of years now. It was actually my granddad's, it was in his shed, and he's handed it over to myself. Done a couple of bits with it. One actually got it going. We added a couple little bits to it to make it look nicer. So we got the brass magneto sort of cover on there. Just gave it an overall good little clean up really. I had to replace the tap holder screw thing, whatever you want to call it, because that was seized in, but I managed to get that out, put a new one on, put a tap on it as well, because obviously these are actually water cooled, these Lister Ds. You can see that you put the water on in here. But this had like a stupid little cap on it which didn't really suit the engine very well, so I put the nice little brass one on there. It has actually got quite an old spark plug in it as well. Fuel tank, really good condition, no holes or rust or anything in there. He says, as he can't get this off, come on sometime today. So yeah, she's really quite clean inside. This is actually quite a local engine to myself actually. I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but it's got on there page, what's that on there? Can't really read it 100%, probably see it a bit on there, but either way, electrical and general engineers, Carver, Norfolk. So yeah, age wise I'm not 100% sure on the age. I'm guessing it's round about 60s. Obviously you put your oil in here, you put whatever, put your, obviously your belt on there, and you can run, you know, anything from sort of sheep shears to a generator, etc, etc. Hasn't got the original exhaust on it, but to be honest with you, I'm going to keep this on here because that's how it was given to me from my granddad. So yeah, as I say, she is a runner, and what I'll do is I'll put a little clip in of it actually running. So yeah, she's a beaut, love it to bits. I'll try and show the procedure of starting this. So basically how I do it might be different to other people, but I set this here into the start position, and then once we've got it started we'll put it in the middle position and we can then adjust from there. That goes all the way around. Got the carb, so we'll turn our tap on, tickle the nipple until you get some petrol come through. Yep, there we go. And then we'll give it a good crank, and we'll try and start this up with one hand. Make sure you find the top dead center properly. Oh yeah, also by the way, I have prepared this as well, so I usually put a little dribble of oil in there before I start it. There is also in here I'll take that off there, take that off there. I also put a little bit of dribble on the tappets here as well. There is also a grease nipple there to put some grease inside. But yeah, that is the Lister D. Right, we'll move on to this one. I'll tell you a little bit about this one as soon as I've got this one ready or closed up. Right, so this one, it's a Lister LD. I believe it's quite a late one. This is actually quite awkward one to start. One, because you got a decompression lever on here, so I won't be able to do this one with the camera in my hand, so I could do it with a cameraman really. You can see it's got the high exhaust on it that someone's actually made. This is actually really quite loud. I'm not 100% sure if I'm keeping this one yet. So yeah, the starting procedure on this one, basically in that current position it's on at the moment, it is on run. If it's a cold start, flick it. I'll turn that all the way around now, too much. Basically, cold start is up. Once it then starts running, put it in the run position, which is there. But if it is stupidly cold, we have here, we put a little bit of oil diesel in there, about halfway. That basically puts some oil in the cylinder just to give it that bit of an oomph to get it going. So diesel tank there, and you've got your tappets and bits and bobs all in there. This has been pre-oiled as well. Decompression lever here, got the original handle which goes in here, obviously like here, like so. So yeah, what you do is with this one, make sure the decompression lever is off, give it a good load of cranks, and then when it's up to speed, flick the decompression lever, and then she should start. But yeah, like what I said, I'm going to start this one off camera and then bring it back to you once I've started. So, see you in a bit. So yeah, she's a bit loud. She's probably a bit too loud for around here. Don't know if I'm keeping it yet. I love it, but it's just a little bit too loud. So yeah, like I was just saying, she's a little bit too loud really for around here. So I've got neighbours surrounding me everywhere around here. The Lister D, that's quite quiet. That I can get away with. But the old diesel, she is a bit loud. Right. Show you on to the last one, and this one's quite special, but it's not a runner, but I'll show you anyway. This here is a Norman T300 Mark 1. This would originally have been a military spec, so if I would have looked at it from the sideway, you would have obviously the engine itself, and then you would have had like a generator. Actually no, you wouldn't have on that side. Generator on there, and basically I think these were mainly brought in to, guys excuse me, I'm knacking there from cranking over that bloody diesel. Mainly would have been like to charge the searchlights. Done quite a bit of research on this. The guys on the Norman forum have actually placed this, I think it was 1938, military spec. You can still see some of the original sort of army green on there. You can see it's not whole. This tank is not original. This is something I've sort of jimmied up. for obviously a fuel tank tap there. Still got lots of work to do on this one. When I got this one, it was in okay condition. It'd been in the shed for quite a long time. This is one of my granddad's ones as well. Original handle as well. I've put new spark plugs in it, new HT leads. These are kind of jimmied in. You can see they don't look very professional, but they work. I did have to replace one of these magneto pickups as well. So I'm just getting comfortable. So yeah, like I said, I've got it to the point of I can get fuel to it. I've took the Solux Carber Parks that actually uses Venturi effect. So when you're cranking it, it sucks the fuel down and then squirts obviously into the inlet. I've got it so it sparks. We've got lovely spark. I've got it so basically I've got to the point of where it's trying to start. Obviously the exhausts aren't on here, they would have flowed round. Look on YouTube or Google, there's loads of pictures of these. But these sound, I suppose these sound quite smart. They're quiet with the proper exhaust system on, if you can find them, because parts are really hard to get hold of. But it kind of sounds like a little aeroplane flying in the sky. You see, you've got the air filter here. I believe this is your choke on and off. You can see there's a couple of plates on there as well. You adjust your revs and all that on there, I believe. Like I say, I'm still learning about this engine. I might have to get some help on this one because I'm coming to a point now where I'm sort of struggling a little bit. So I might need a hand on this one. There is one bloke who I might ask, the Norfolk Man Cave. I might ask him if he can give me some pointers. Like I said, I got to jimmy this up so it fits in the inlet. I need a new cork in that tap as well, actually, now thinking about it, because that actually isn't one in there at all. But this is the one that I'm mainly concentrating on. The Lister D I'll always keep. That is my pride and joy. This one is a bit of a gem. The dirty diesel over there, I don't quite know what I'm doing with that one. I might actually sell that to actually help fund to this. But yeah, I'll give you one little last walk round of the Norman. Ugh. Got a V-shaped pulley in there. Absolutely stunning. Give you a little look at the other ones. There's just something about them. There really is. I think ever since I was like young, my granddad used to take me down to all these like steam galas and stuff like that when I was young, and I kind of think that's where it's come from. I've always liked my tractors and old stuff, but there's something quite therapeutic about one of these just going bum 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 bum, thudding away, and the history that these would have had. Where's the other one? There's a dirty diesel. Yeah, there's something about them. It gives me something to do, something to tinker with, and something to keep hold of. So anyway guys, I'm rambling on. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Keep safe. Love you, bye.